Yeah, yo, peoples. Glad to have you in. Glad to have you in. Chick Charlie. What's going on? Awesome. Vader. Good to have you in. Get rid of this if you haven't heard yet. It's not for you. Um. All right. Happy Wednesday, folks. Happy Wednesday. Some Hero Day. Let's get into some stuff. All right. Okay. All right, a lot of messages about this Goldenfighter nonsense that I've been getting, and let's just get it out of the way and rip the Band-Aid, folks. Okay, so we can WWC can move on with our lives, and then you can either stay or not stay, and join us and not join us. Whatever. I don't care. I mean, Charlie. So, welcome in, Shiv. I don't know who Shiv is, but okay, welcome in. So one thing you won't be seeing is a video from us on this Goldenfighter topic. There's no need to create clickbait for you just to get your views because nobody knows anything. So I just be creating a video telling you what you already know and you clicking on it just so I can get your clicks. That is clickbait. So Goldenfighter left. Nobody knows why he left, right? There's all this news. Nobody even knows if he really left, by the way. What's more interesting is I took a poll in my alliance to get this going just to see if people know who he was and if they liked him. So you got 45 people who took the poll so far. 26 don't even know who he is. So 50% of our alliance doesn't even know who Goldenfighter is. 14 of them heard of him or don't care. And if only 5 of them like him or love him. So that'll tell you we're talking probably 90% right there, right? Who don't care, who just either don't know him or don't care. So when we make this a big thing, we're going to make this a video on one person that left. So let me just tell you what I feel about hearing this. It just doesn't matter in the giant scheme of things, right? This game made $2 billion in February. To say that this game is impacted by one person leaving is crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, you sneeze, they'll make back the money, people. They could lose 200 of their VIPs, 18s, and they'll still be all right. They made $2 billion by February, where the numbers in 2025, $2 billion. So you can leave. They already have your money in their pocket. So you can delete your account, you can leave, you can do whatever you want. They already have your money. And it's not going to happen. It just doesn't matter. There's still 220 of these other VIP 18s that are, ready to spend, their money on them $99 packages that are about to drop. So by this weekend, the entire lifetime money that Goldenfighter put in the game will be made up. That's just the truth of how much money this game is generating, how many people are playing this game. And if it's even true, who knows what's true, what's not true? Maybe all of a sudden this is all a ploy to just get interest and comes back for season 5, and everybody's been playing this game against everybody to show that he really quit. He didn't quit. Who knows? Who really knows? I'm just saying from the impact perspective of what we do here, and who we're trying to talk to, this doesn't impact. And the only reason why I'm even talking about it is because I'm getting messages asking me about the thing, this will be the only time that I talk about it. I can assure you. I can promise you. You bring it up in the chat, I'm not going to jump into it. Many subjects that you can bring up, as you know, that we've talked about in the chat, that we'll talk about here, that may generate some emotion to talk. This is not one of them. This will be the last time we talk about it. And I can assure you, there's somebody who's already bragging that they're taking their place. So whatever, I know everybody thinks that Justin isn't really the number one player, and he's a developer, whatever. Whether that's true or not, nobody knows either, by the way. But let's say he is. Then whoever was third on that list, whoever magical third person that was behind Goldenfire, is now running to brag about how they are now the number 1 player, number 2 player. There you go. He's in server 500. I can tell you that it would be way more impactful for me personally that if Hulk or CDF or King, my own VIP 18s on my server left. That would be impactful for me. That would be a game changer for me personally. But the fact that this guy left is not impactful for you if you're not in that server. Not impactful for you if you weren't going to that server. If he's not going to reinforce your base or he's going to go in anywhere, it's not going to impact you. It's not. And there's 10 dolphins right around the corner that are going to make up this money and get, get the next VIP 17 or 18 in the game and keep going. So, it's not impactful. And that's why, I'm only going to spend, this amount of time talking about it, and moving the hell on. And so anybody who asks me about it, I will just point to the beginning of this stream. You can listen to how I feel about it. It's everybody who's blowing up his spot, who just kissed his butt, liked them, blah, 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 whatever. It's just him leaving they want to make it sound like it's more impactful than it really is. And you want to make yourself sound like you're more impactful to this overall developer game than you really are. $2 billion is $2 billion. It doesn't matter how important you are, right? I mean, whatever happened between Elon Musk and Trump, Trump threw the guy out of the office and didn't want to be friends with him anymore. Elon Musk got more money than you know what to do with, right? Eventually, at some point in time, when somebody has power, aka developers, and somebody has a bunch of money, that bunch of money doesn't matter anymore. They'll make it up somewhere else. So, and people don't probably want to hear that, right? That they're VIP 18. They're very important people, right? They're VIP. You're very important. You don't want to hear that you're not important because you're important. Well, listen, 98% of this game will make up for you at this point. Maybe they got off the ground and they got your money, but now we're $2 billion in. The low spenders are spending enough money in 1,500 servers that's generating a ridiculous amount of money. This Halloween event that's going on, the mid spenders, you may think they're only going to spend $50. Well, when you multiply that by millions of people, it's a ton of money coming in. It's just pouring in this game. You can't stop it. So to me, that's why I always feel like, I don't know. Okay. I'm spending. Sure. I'm VIP 16. I'm trying to be VIP 17. I don't make it a secret. I rather talk to people that are free to play. I rather talk to people that are low spenders, people that enjoy the advice, people that enjoy what we're talking about here that we're getting into. If you have a bunch of money, you're spending a bunch of money. You probably are getting past a lot of the stuff in the game you don't necessarily need to hear about. And your VIP 18, sometimes when you're hearing advice, I'm hearing from people, feedback from people who do have VIP 18s, and they say unrealistic advice, just go get mythics. I don't think you understand the concept of how hard it is for free-to-play people to get mythics. It's very difficult, or low spenders for that matter, to get mythics. So it just becomes a little out of touch. So them leaving doesn't change the fact you're about to be zeroed in 12 seconds by the next big guy in your server that's next to you. That guy's still zeroing you, and it doesn't impact your life. So more to move on. It is what it is. But that will be the end of our Goldenfighter saga. And I will just say though, I will mark me down as somebody who's not surprised when all of a sudden the bases show back up, or he showed back up and he's back on, lives making money on YouTube again and streaming. I won't be surprised. But it won't care one way or the other either. So that's it. Sorry, folks. No news. Like I said, you're not going to see a video on it either. It's completely pointless. You have no reason. Nobody knows anything, so why would I want you to click on it? All right, so let's get into it for the people that do want to be here. Okay, what's hilarious is he was just featured in the promo. I know, yeah, he was. It's hilarious. The whole thing is just comical. Anybody really, I can guarantee in a week you won't care. Honestly, if a huge whale that is not in your bracket, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Justin. That's preach. That's what I'm trying to say. Just upset you couldn't influence the game. Yeah, eventually you're 100% right. Developers have the control. They don't need the money. You're only important up to a certain point. And again, like I said, the people in my server, those are the ones that I care about. The people that are our whales, our VIP 18s. They're top on my list. And the ones around me that we talked to, and a shout out, by the way, don't care if you're just VIP 18. That does nothing for us around here. Don't care. But when you are incredibly nice and you showcase that you are nice or you do something for us and hook us up and stuff, love you. Like, amazing that you would help us do something in the arena like this Ouija Soju VIP 18. Again, nice kid, nice guy. You're nice to us. Nice back to you. Just appreciate that you did something for us. Nice. Those VIP 18s, you get a shout out. That's all. All right, Charlie. Good. Quad formation. Something that matters to us. For the weekend's Warzone, main is missile. Second is tank. I'd like to insert Marshall for Fiona. Okay, love it. Who would I insert on second squad then? Fiona not strong enough. Your second is tank. So I actually did put Fiona in my tank, Charlie. That was where Fiona currently sits. In my tank squad, actually just made the most sense. It's hard for me to tell you one way or another, like how much that's working, because my tank squad is like my third in crap squad. Although I am finally starting to put some gear on it, so maybe at some point I'll be able to talk about a little bit more in regards to that, Charlie. But I mean, you know, when you think about it, if you're trying to equal tank, it depends. Is Scarlet updated? Because Scarlet is an excellent replacement in here. I don't know where your skills are for Scarlet. Scarlet needs to be updated. Oops, my bad. You have to at least have this updated. This was really what Ouija tested for us, right? Is that the auto attack doesn't matter, but the you have to have the tactics skill upgraded, because this makes a big difference. And then also the passive is also increasing, enhancing the defense of one adjacent by 37.5%. So Scarlet, if you have the skills, would be a great addition. So I would say try that out. And by the way, go try it in the armored truck. Try it in the armored truck, Charlie. See how you do. Because that's what I'm currently doing now. Give it a try. And Fiona hasn't been that bad by me personally. Fiona has been the best one so far for me out of the people. Like, the air is a waste, because you're gonna get, you're trying to hit missiles. So Morrison's just gonna float. It's gonna be terrible. But at least that helps. So yeah. That should be good for you, Charlie. Give that a try. Scarlet, probably your best bet. If I'm gonna put this, I'll probably have this weekend when I fight. I just don't fight enough with tank, and it doesn't really matter because it's my third squad. But in Winter Storm, I'm gonna throw Scarlet in this weekend and watch Scarlet fight. So that's coming up for this weekend. I guess Golden leaving does create a power vacuum. I empathize with that, so I will do my offer to. Oh, good for you, Ba. Go for it. Apparently, it's supposedly deleted, aka could not delete it, aka delete. Who the hell knows what? But by all means, Baha, you might as well use it, right? I'm sure it'll be a treat for you to use. What people are tired of, you are not. So, what's your thoughts on Venom during the next UR upgrade? During the next UR upgrade, and do you think they keep his skills PvP based or make it more like Mason? Well, Fancies, I didn't see on Discord. Did they announce it's gonna be Venom? They announced who it is. That's this guy, right? Venom, yeah. I didn't see that. Not sure. What is he? He's missile. I don't know. It's not gonna be that big a deal, I would think. Right, is targeting 2 front row heroes. Poison with each dealing energy damage to 311% of the attack. Okay, that doesn't do much. Deals ongoing energy damage equal. Yeah. Boosts his hero attack. I don't know. Avances. It doesn't sound promising to me personally. Like, I don't know. I only say that because you're basically comparing Venom against Fiona's exclusive. right? Like Fiona's exclusive is about to get dropped. So everybody crapped on Fiona for the longest time now, but with the exclusive, I think it's a game changer. I also think it's a game changer for Morrison. I think everybody's waiting. I think all three of these have been talked about for so long, to be honest with you. Stetman, too, for tank folks. How long have you been waiting for Stetman's? So I think all of this is going to be a game changer when these exclusives drops. And it's certainly going to be hard to sit an exclusive 30 Morrison on your bench for Sarah. It's going to be hard to put Venom in over anybody, from Missile onto your tank over exclusive Stetman. Now, maybe if you don't have the exclusives built and you're in a different spot, could totally be different. But I just think if you're looking at UR heroes now versus everybody's heroes being exclusive out there, there may be a point in time during this season when people don't have the exclusives built, especially on Missile, where people treat Missile as their third team, where somebody like Venom may come into play, where you haven't built the exclusive weapons on your missiles, you haven't haven't developed much of your missile at all, your missile team. There is a free-to-play, low-spender opportunity with somebody like Venom that may 100% be worth it to build. But we're really not going to know that until we actually pick those tactics up and then throw them in the sandbox of Antes and see what Venom can do, because that's where he'll go before I can sign off on that. For me personally, I think with anybody who's using a missile squad, it probably doesn't appear promising. But I think people who don't have a missile developed, especially with exclusives, could be an opportunity for that. That's what I said. Random sub going into season 1. Your content's helped a lot. Thank you, Shiv. Hey, Shiv, listen, I have a video about to drop I did with a bunch of season 1 folks. It's our new concept that we're running. We're going to take all free to play, low spender, mid spenders across the board who have already experienced the seasons. I'm doing long conversations with them to give tips to other players and help. And we're going to continuously run that series. So dropping that probably within the next couple days. I can't wait for you to hear it going into season 1 and get me your thoughts. I think everybody's going to love it and find it incredibly useful for those. I'm doing it for season 1, for season 2, 3, 4, all the way through every single season. And we'll continue to do it so people continue to get feedback from those that have already gone through the season or just got out of the season, and will be helpful for them. So I think you're gonna love it, man. Can't wait. Hit me up on Discord. Can't wait to hear your feedback or in the YouTube comments, either one. Current HiQB. Quick question: when you say your account on purpose to drop seats, yes, sir. Colvin, it's very difficult for me to revisit when I didn't do anything for 10 weeks. It was a horrific experience, but go ahead. Let's see. Did you stop building upgrades? Okay, Coven. So my upgrades, when I did not build and I needed to drop my seat going in, my strategy was I didn't want to add any power for buildings. So that would mean I didn't want to build any drill grounds because drill ground troops add power to the account or give possible power even by having it. So I didn't want to upgrade my drill ground. So if you actually watch a few weeks ago, or maybe like 6 weeks ago, if you go back and visit our early when I was doing Winter Storm, you'll see that I only had like 42,000 troops because my drill grounds were so underdeveloped. I couldn't risk building them. So I didn't have them. Now I'm up to, I'm already up to 56,000. So it was probably another 6 weeks ago, I was only 42,000, and that's because I didn't develop my drill grounds. So the things I can tell you not to develop, don't develop your drill grounds. Definitely don't develop your centers. If you haven't gotten headquarters 35 yet and you're moving into, you want to drop your power, please don't do it. Let's see. What else? Wall. You can leave that out. Don't do that. So the things that I developed were mines. I was way behind. I just started making all my mines 30. I started doing things you would never upgrade, like your drone parts factory upgrade, like gear factory. you don't have leave 20. I upgraded that. I would spend time upgrading silly stuff that didn't have anything to do with power. Basically, anything you see located over here. Oh, a bit of the warehouses. I spent time upgrading my warehouses because I knew they didn't have power. So it was just something to build. Basically, anything I could waste time with, I wasted time for 10 weeks building. But I didn't build anything major for 10 weeks. I just stopped adding power. So that's building power included. I did not do. So that's an important detail for those that are trying to drop seats. You really want to drop any kind of power you can. So hopefully that helps you, Coven. I would not try. So here's the thing. If you really want to drop your seat, like I just wanted to drop my seat. If you really want to do it, don't try to find a balance, man. Don't try to pretend like you know what the developers are going to look at and you know it. And a bunch of people are going to pretend like they know what they're talking about. A bunch of people are going to tell you, oh, just take your gear off or just do that or just do that. Listen, I'm telling you, the only way to really assure that you're going to be happy that day when you get your seat color called is to just do it yourself and don't find a balance. Just go all in on tanking. Just tank, man. Just tank it. Don't upgrade a single thing. Don't upgrade during the season. You can take it all, by the way. You just take it, and put it in your storage. Just don't open it. That's the biggest thing that I did as well, man. I didn't open a single thing. All my decorations I didn't open. All my, you saw it all in the videos. You can go back and look at the videos. I saved everything. The drone parts, anything that you could be in that's in a box, I left in a box. Didn't open it. So I would say that's what I would do if I were you, man. All right. Probably changes the passive to all. I don't know what you mean. Are we back talking about Venom? Did I miss that? You're saying it's passive? I don't know what you mean. Not sure what we were talking about there. Chink Charlie, too bad the dev didn't just tanks for season 5 and season 4 so you can form a same squad for the 4th team. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, so close, right? Because we have Mason and Scarlet and Violet, and now we have an air and a missile. So I agree with you. I mean, it probably would have been more fun, especially for free to play and low spenders, to be able to form like a decent team, even on their third squad they may have developed early on. Like they may have more developed for these guys than even their third squad to do it. I don't know, but it's an alternative, no doubt, that people would probably rather have a second tank squad than they would a missile squad that they're not doing anything with. So I don't disagree with you. May have been more useful. We'll get there, right? All these heroes eventually are going to be your heroes. It'll be interesting to see next season what they're going to do with the exclusives, because we're done. We got all the exclusives. What are you going to give an exclusive to Violet? You're going to give an exclusive to Sarah? I don't know. Like that's going to be interesting to actually see, right? What's going on? Vader, is the Halloween event confirmed? I mean, confirmed how? The game hasn't said anything, if that's what you're talking about. They haven't actually said, hey, there's a Halloween event every year. I don't know why they would not take the opportunity to get money from everybody in a Halloween event. It wouldn't make much sense. So has it been confirmed? It's been confirmed that we played a Halloween event every year. So that's my confirmation. By the way, these Halloween events, I keep telling you, whatever. I have a couple parties left from the Halloween. I just threw one. Holy crap. Holy crap, was there cool stuff in that Halloween party that I forgot all about. There were 2 10K diamonds out of that Halloween party that my alliance got out of this. There were these skills and all this, and people got the doubles on the 1 hours. But 2 people got 10K diamonds from me doing the parties. From this one, the Halloween party. So listen, I'm excited. I'm hoping that we can get more of those Halloween parties, so I can throw some of those around for the alliance, because that was so cool to see everybody be able to get 10K $100 10K diamonds, right? Like People were just able to, and imagine you get a double. Imagine somebody got a double on the 10K diamonds and they were able to get 20K. Like, I don't know. Really cool stuff to be able to throw a party. That's a real party, not just like a little diamond egg, right? Like if I can throw everybody a party, they get those 10K diamonds, man. That's really cool. Anyway, it's WZ Discord on season 5, tab 2. It's the damn turkey. It's the turkey base. I've never been so happy to have gotten the turkey base. It took me everything. Anybody that knows I've talked about this. This thing is the crappiest thing. I mean, how ridiculous this thing is, right? But I finally got it as my last skin. I had it, and I think I might have put it on for funny, just to be funny, like twice. So the fact they're going to make everybody use it is it's hilarious. That's awesome. That is that's funny. Funny stuff, man. I heard about the upgraded DWs, but was there something about the? Oh yeah, awesome. No, I didn't hear anything about. Oh yeah, the golden. Yeah. So Golden Zombies 2. There was a. They did the video here, and I think did they say it without being in the video? Oh, they put it in our. They put it in our announcements. Where was that? Planned update notice. So they're doing the Doom Walkers. I can't wait. And is this going in tonight? 10:23. Is that going in today? Oh, good. So today at reset they're going to do it. I can't wait to hit a 280 and see like how strong is the 280. I think that's awesome. Like think about first blood rewards on this. I just was making a video about ways that people could take people that people are not after being in that GRT Alliance, things that people don't take advantage of every single day that really could help them that are overlooked, I think, by people that are in top alliances or you take for granted that you do these things. One of the things is using your first blood and hitting like the 250, the 260 to 280. Oh my God. Like I can't imagine what the first blood's going to be on that because I like the first blood right now in a 250 is like 6 million or something per resource. So it's crazy. So 280 is going to be really cool for people to be able to capitalize on those resources. Then they said the Wilsons are going to go up. Now, I don't know. I'll tell you what. These Wilsons are so strong. Anyway, like I can't even hit some of these. I don't know who's hitting these Wilsons. Are like, Hulk and CDF and Stickman and all them can hit some of these like stronger Wilsons. They're strong, man. Real strong. And so right here, though, the zombie bosses. So the zombie bosses going up 140 and 150. So there you go. There you go. Very, very intriguing to see how strong these things are. Really, like the Doomwalkers we should be able to get at reset if we can get one. I don't know if we can get one. We have a pretty active server, so people are probably going to be hunting those things out. We're going to try to get one in, but it's going to be hard. It'll be hard to find. We'll try though. We'll try. I'll diamond speed to it if I need to see if we can kill that thing. All right. So we'll get that. We'll get that at reset. We'll start looking around. We'll start shopping. Well, I got to be an update. So actually, we'll probably have like a blip out for a period of time, right? So we can get our new update, and then we'll come back whenever that update takes place. We'll kind of pause and come back for the live. I don't know if there. I actually have not paused our live before, so I'll cut to our little promo because I love promo in our Halloween event, so we'll do that. All right. Heard about that? Those videos are insane. Advances. What videos are you referring to? Coven. The thing. The ones I upgrade. Is that what the ones you're talking about? The thing is, I am not a whale or something, right? Basically, almost free to play. Okay, low blue seat, and I want to drop high white seat. Okay, week 5 of season 4. Really? Oh, okay. Don't strong. I'll tell you what. That's very interesting to hear, Coven. Coven, what server are you in? What server are you in? Because to me, the most the most, oddly enough, the most coveted thing is a blue seat. Like, if you can get an active blue seat, it doesn't even have to be a strong blue seat. You want just active people. Like, if you get blue seats that drop in the war, we've been talking about this, right? Free-to-play players that actually know how to fight, that go into the wars, that's all you care about. If you can fill your server up with a bunch of active fighting blue seats, that's all I would care about. To worry about the power, I mean, what are we talking about? You know, like, okay, like, what are they, almost, you're going to get blues that are almost purple, I guess, if you can. I don't know. I feel like you're cherry picking, and who's to say that they're going to stay in your server? They may be on their way to purple and then be out of your server. I just would be happy with active war fighting blue seats. That would be my focus personally. So you're in 755. That's interesting. That you did servers actually tell you they don't want weak blue seats? I'd be shocked if you told people, Coven, that you love war. If you're just aggressive about it and tell people that you don't care, you just want to make sure you can fight and drop in at Warzone, that's really shocking to me that servers wouldn't want you. That's a mistake on their part, personally. I mean, unless they have it all filled out. If you have a server filled out, you got a bunch of blues that are coming in. Okay, cool for you. I'd be shocked if you couldn't find a good active server with whales that you could go to, Coven, but yeah, okay. I mean, I guess if they could fill the spots, then fine. Same premise, Coven. Same premise should take place for you as well. I'm trying to think if that's going to be harder, though, being a blue. Trying to be a blue to drop to a white. God, that's going to be... I would think that would be very difficult. Because whites aren't adding a lot of power. We're in free-to-playville when we talk about that, right? Like, I don't know. I would love to hear from people that have been actually able to drop if you were a blue into a white. That would be great to hear. You throw that out there. Yeah, you were close to white already, but I would guess you'd have to really not do anything. And I mean, I just can't think that whites, if you're free to play, you're upgrading, but not extreme like purples are, right? Like for golds, it's easy for me to play out of golds because, you know, people upgrade you right out quick. But I don't know. Listen, Coven, all you can do at the end of the day is try it, right? You're going to get by a lot quicker by me giving you the advice of just telling you that nobody's going to know for sure. People are going to try to tell you for sure, and they're not going to know. And you should just try to drop your power and see what happens. That's it. Just do it. You know? Like Nike says, man, just do it. Drop your power, see what happens. And then if not, you just go out and shop yourself around, Coven, because I'm telling you, if there's people out there like us, if you're an active war fighting blue, come on in, Coven. I'd love it. I'd love it. All right. Let's see what we got. Those 10K diamonds. I know. I bet you do, Advances. Or when a new season begins and you kill a Doom Elite for a lot of free season resources at the start. Yeah. That's the thing. People aren't killing them enough. Let's see, man. Race you to that Doom wire. Oh, come on, Vader. Vader, you're gonna blow up my spot. You're gonna blow up my spot, aren't you? The videos of you using your stuff you saved were crazy. Yeah, thank Advances. Yeah, I was gonna do like videos. So Advances, it's funny because I was gonna go back and like fast forward the videos so you could like see it and whatever, and then I just feel I try to stay away because I almost feel like if I did it, it would be clickbait. Like I'm just having you click on stuff because I made it go fast. I don't know how interesting people feel it's going to be, but I'm trying not to just create like pointless clickbait videos. And I feel like if I already put the videos out, if you want to watch them, you can. And I feel like you can fast forward them yourself. That like, do I really want to redo those videos and roll them back out? And like, I don't know. It's just, I don't get any pleasure out. Like I'm editing videos sometimes, I'm putting stuff together. It's, you know, it's time consuming to put stuff together. When it's helpful and I know it's going to be helpful to make sense, it's more motivating for me than if I'm just putting that thing together. And I don't know. I got a job. Like, you know, I don't have time to do all this stuff. I do it because you find it useful, but I'm happy you enjoyed the videos I did put out there. You know, I thought they were cool. Like to open up all that stuff. I'll never get a chance to do that again. So that was wild to be able to do it, to be honest with you. Actually, I wish I took more time and experience when I opened up all those boxes. I was so anxious of 10 weeks not doing it that I was so quick to just like open because I was so excited to do it. And I wish I went back and took more time and I wasn't like rushing through. I just 10 weeks is a long time to not do it. So, all right. I think it's a little late to want to drop power. Why? Where are you, Avanti? Where, Covenant? Where are you in the season? Did you already have your season? Is that what you're saying? Covenant. No, he's week 5 of season 4. He's still got time. I mean, don't upgrade a thing from now until the end of the season. You still have time. Like, what's the season? The season lasts what? Like 12 weeks? Was it? How long? I don't remember how long season 5 was. Was it like 13 weeks? So he probably has like 6 weeks, 7 weeks to not do anything. That's a long time to bust the power, especially for a free-to-play player. I don't know. Listen. Oh, 8. Is it really only 8 weeks? God, it felt like 12. Really? Wow. That was only 8 weeks we were doing that, huh? Jesus. Yeah, it was time for a new season. I'm in all in on season 5 with all this fighting and doing it because I was getting a little tired of the season. Like it was the same thing. Like season 2, season 3, it was all the same stuff. Like I get it. We had Blood Moon. That was interesting, but let's be honest, like the themes were getting old. It was draggy. I appreciate the beginning of it. The beginning of every season is probably the most fun I have, period, in this game. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like I'm on it way too often. Everybody's got a job. I'd love to see like a productivity in the country of whatever country you're in. I'd love to see the productivity when a new season of Last War drops and you just see this big freaking dip in work productivity because everybody's just on the damn season all time. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild how much people play in the season and how much time commitment you need to when a season starts. That's fun. And then it just starts to get repetitive and draggy. The same concept, same factions, like be friends, don't fight. Trade posts are the best, like, the wars and stuff, but I don't know, the same thing, like building your resistance up and all that stuff. It's kind of just rinse, repeat, like some of it. So this season 5, sounds absolutely incredible. Rejuvenating me to really can't wait to play it. So thanks a little Charlie. Gear question. I have defense red prints on front row. Okay, got it. So when you say that, Charlie, I'm thinking you have radar and shield when you say defense red print. So go ahead. 2 red cannons on back row. I like it. And 4.4 stars on the rest. Love it. Where do I go with next red print next month? I was thinking another red cannon. I would go. What are you? Are you tank? Are you air? Where are you? That's a big deal difference to me of who's getting your red gun. For example, I don't need. Your missile. Yeah. So I don't know. You're gonna get What season are you in, Charlie? Are you going to be in season 5? I think, right? Are you going to be in season 5? Man's missile tank is second. Okay, yeah, but are you? I gotta know where you are in the game. And then I'll say, okay, season 5. Yeah, go ahead, give it to Fiona. Because Fiona, I only say that now because Fiona's about to have an exclusive weapon, so you're going to use her all the time and put her in there. So yeah, go ahead, give her up your offense to just be freaking massive with 3 ray guns. I would be building out Swift if I were you though. Like use all your mythics on Swift. Build out Swift. And then if you lose close battles, you can also move Swift into the front row. Like I don't recommend the whole front damage dealer because of the inconsistencies I saw with air. However, if battles are close, you could get that spike of power where you win a battle. So it's worth it to throw it in there to try to win a battle. I just don't recommend to just keep it there as your main squad because it's just too inconsistent. But if you lost the battle, throw it in there. Either way, it keeps Swift alive. Swift is so powerful with that exclusive weapon in just the skills because he targets that lowest hit point player. And man, that's so friggin' powerful when you think about that lowest hit point player that you want to just get out of there because they're almost dead. And you see them and they kill and they do enough damage to completely win the battle, and you just want to strangle them. So I love that with Swift. So I even stopped getting 7.2 million in verse. No, Coven, no, draw the line. Hold up, absolutely not. You still always in this game, when you start a day, you need to be selfish. You start each day selfish with a personal goal of opening up those versus chests. There is nothing that will stunt your growth more than stopping opening those chests. You have to open those chests. It is like paramount to your game. Every single day, freaking open those chests, no matter what. I don't care. And I don't want to hear your excuses like, oh, I don't have enough building. Day 2 is tough. Open your chests. Open your chests, people. There's videos out there. We made them. I'll make more if you need them. But, like, please, by all means, especially if you are free to play and you are a low spender, those chests are money. Those chests are value in this game and money, and you don't cripple your progress. Open them. So, Coven, do that before you drop anything, okay? I don't care. I'd rather have you stay a blue week. You'll find a server. If it means that you're going to go 7 weeks without opening your chest, Coven, then that is not worth you dropping your blue. You'll find a server. Just believe in yourself. Just get a better attitude and start talking to people more. Have people want you for your personality instead of just being a blue seat and thinking everybody should just take you. Give them a reason to take you. Go look up a joke book and make some freaking jokes or something to people. But whatever you do, don't just open those boxes, please. That's fun. You were those videos. Yeah, I'm sure. That's why I always make the joke at Vancy's, that I was 10 weeks, I was a gold chair, I had to be a purple chair. I'm sure that's ingrained in people's brains that they're like, oh my God, shut up. So I'm sure you did. My server had transfers a few days ago after season 4 ended. Okay. Well, I hope you landed in a good spot, or people came into your server for you. Oh, my server guy! Hey, Sane, shout out to you, my server guy. Love that guy. Love that guy. He's phenomenal. Way more important. That guy's more important than some random VIP 18 right there. That server guy right there is more important to this game. I'll tell you what. Awesome. Big round of applause. You're going to know who that guy is soon. Everybody's going to know who he is soon. I will introduce him to the Last War world soon. And you guys are going to love it when I do. I promise you that. Love that guy. Blood Moon as at times. Yeah. I agree with you. Blood Moon was a great concept for Season 4 developers. Give it to you. No doubt. It made it fun and exciting. It was different. It was a good concept. It was also good that they allowed us and people to be stronger during Season 4 that made you so strong that you could actually beat a lot of people that were stronger than you during the season with tactic cards and stuff. That was really cool for them to do. Great concept to come up with tactic cards in general, and we're going to get more into that in Season 5, I promise you. I'll display more for you on when we're going to use our tactic cards, which ones we're putting in, why we're putting them in, and how you can quickly remember to change them. Because that's the whole thing. I know people are like, oh my God, I'm going to forget to change. You can change them really quick. You just have to have a strategy. You have to know which ones you're going to use, picked out for what situations, and then you can switch them. And yes, you can switch them as quick as, hey, I'm reinforcing the Warlord for the missile. Okay, now I'm going to go reinforce a building. I may want to be different cards. You can switch them that quick. Don't pretend like you can't. You can. They're not like gear. You're not going to lose a battle while you're in the middle of switching them. You'll be able to switch them. Some of them, they get locked down, so we got to be careful what they introduce. But, yeah, that's going to be fun this season. Really looking at those tactic cards, strategy-wise, how we use, talking to one another about that stuff. Man, I don't care. Like war stuff, right? That's what we get into around. Like, gotta get into that stuff. Love it. Season 5... Valor, man. Amen. Listen to Woo Child over there. You need valor. Open those boxes. Coming, all right, Chink Charlie. If you don't open that last versus box, you're losing 6 EWs per week for free. Oh my God, Charlie. That's why I say don't buy them. That's why I say don't buy them, right? You're gonna lose 6 EWs per week. Oh my Lord, that's crazy. That's 24 a month. Hard enough to get those EWs. I tell you, I keep telling you guys, it's money. You guys have to look at it as like it's just game currency. You have to start looking at reward. That's why I tell you to move up to an alliance. You know, saying hello to the people you've been with for 200 days. Sure, there's something about that. Like you work with those people. Take some of those same people and move up in an alliance. This is game currency that you're getting for rewards. Everything that you can get it. Like I'm standing here right now. We haven't looked at this right here. Just being in this alliance, I haven't come in here. And look, I got 48 rallies that have been run since I started the stream. 48 of them already been run. And this is the end of the day. Get all this right here for free. And now come over to premium, and I got 3 here. Somebody bought 3 things. Perfect. You know? So just this happens all day long when you're in. I mean, Vader over there, he's got Hulk and King and CDF. That guy's spoiled. Are you kidding me? He gets so much free stuff. It's crazy. Crazy what he's getting. Listen to Vader. Vader's had it made for a long time over there. Getting all that free stuff. What we got? We're coming up on reset pretty soon. So we're gonna once they start the whole flip to reset, we'll take a break here and peace out. We'll come back after the game reboots. Just so we know that. Oh, my server link guy. Boy, oh boy. This guy's something else, man. This guy's something else. What was this? 750. What's 755? Why am I on 755? Who's saying what's on 755? Is there something going on here? Is it just an empty server? What the heck is going on in 755? There's nobody around. Is this a dead server? What is on this server? $229. Same. It was the player that was talking about. Oh, this is the Blue Sea guy. Oh, look at him. You see what he just did there? Anybody catch what he just did there? 2 seconds, he just sent me his server. Telling you. Guy is amazing. He does. He does. He surely does. Maybe Vader. Maybe I'll introduce you to him. Maybe. If you let me have that 280, if you let me have that 280 Doom. Maybe. All right, let's see where this guy's blue seat. So, where are you? Let's see where you are. I don't know what his name is. Though in here. So I got to think that that's there we go, Vader. Now we make a deal. I like it. All right, so gold is 229. In this, I'm going to have to take some guesses here. Gold seat. I'm thinking gold seat. Unless I don't know it's hard to tell with these servers. I don't know. It's hard to tell because if this person could be the only gold and these people could be purples. I'm trying to think back, like that very well could be the case. I don't know. I'm thinking, looking at that blue seat. Blue seat's got to be around what, like 120? Is going to be like blue seat, like the low for a blue seat? Is that what? Am I overshooting that? Purple, because purple is 170. Blue's got to begin around what? Well, maybe it is lower because maybe blue, maybe that's 130. I mean, 140. 150. So maybe you got to get down to like 110. I don't know. Maybe blue seats around there. I don't know. Tough to tell. I would guess it's like 125. I can't imagine it would be blue seat would be somewhere around there. Would be my guess. I don't know. What are your kills like around here? Man, people have so many kills nowadays. This is wild. I mean, back when I was playing, like how many days? Like 755. I'd love to know how many days have you played if you played 755. You know what I mean? Like, who's in a deep? Is anybody out there in a deep server that could tell me how many days they played? I'd love to know like days to servers to see like what they equate to, and how quick it's built out at this point. This server does not look active. I know why you're looking to get out of here. This is crazy. There's nobody here. It's 7:55. And there's nobody here. All right, so maybe everybody just spread out more into the corner. Okay, because it's a season, maybe? Maybe. Oh, yeah, okay. Everybody just spread out because of the season. Okay. All right, fair enough. Much better. I was like 7:55 to not have that many people. I just happened to take the trip to nobody being around, but you have a bunch of people in here. The strategy, by the way, is if you're going to run a strategy, talk about that real quick. We haven't had a chance to have a live season to talk about this. But if you want a strategy, I would run a corner. I'd run a corner, and I would run all of these people up into this corner. I would take this whole thing right here completely out by this corner. And I would just have people not move. And just be in that corner. Even if somebody tries to get in here, it's going to be so difficult for them to get a bunch of people in there. I would, and the further you can make it so they have to push out, the better. Like, even if they got 4 people close, if they had 75 people that are out here, it doesn't matter. Like, they can't get to they can't get in there. It's so hard to beat them. Beat people when they stack it like this, because people actually had this like this earlier in the server. We were able to beat a bunch of people that were stacked here in our season 4 that had this strategy over here. So I just think the corner is so much better than it's spread out. Anyway, let's go back. We are at reset. We're not restarting yet. We're waiting for the game to tell us to restart. Saying I'm on day 523 on server 598. Yeah, so that's like 100 days. That's not that wild. Maybe like 130 days. So even though you're on 600, we're probably about maybe 4 months apart. We're 4 months apart playing the game. Now, as this game got popular, the only reason why I bring it up is I wonder if that closes at the further we go out. Like, I wonder, like, between you and server 1000, are you 4 months? I wonder how that works. To try to pick days. When I can get the days down, it's going to help me more to help other people with advice if I can know how long they've been playing. There's a Halloween event. Would it be on the new event schedule page? Because I don't see it. I don't know. I mean, good premise if it would be or not. In the event, events. In the calendar page, I guess what you're talking about. It only goes to the 27th, though. What is yours going to? Ours only goes to the 27th. I imagine it would be, it could be that week. And maybe it's not on Monday. It's not showing you here. Overlord Training and Custom Weekly right now is all it shows. You know there's events. You know there's going to be events this week. And it's not showing you them right now. And I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would show you. It would show on this page or not. I would imagine it would. Oh, tomorrow's Decorate Your Dreams. I thought Decorate Your Dreams isn't it right now? Isn't Decorate Your Dreams right now? I thought Decorate Your Dreams was Wednesday night, Thursday night. Yeah, okay. I'm one day off. Yeah, I don't know. On the event, I would wait. I find it hard to believe they're not going to have a Halloween event. I got to be honest with you. I don't know in what world they would want to not have it. Got a lunch, just wander a merchant. So do have a little bit of a new strategy that I'm gonna do. Not with the bounty hunter playing it here, but what I'm purchasing. I'm deciding to I'm gonna wait to finalize it, but I think I'm taking a break from gears. When we redeem these. I think I'm taking a break from anything gear related for my winnings here. So I already have enough right now for next Monday to get to level 220. And I figured out, like, to go from level 220 to level 250, it's going to take 40,000 drone parts is what it worked out to. Something like, I think that's what it said. So it'd be like 40,000, somewhere in there. Which, if I only get 2,000 per event, is going to take me like, 20 months to get 2,000 per event, plus whatever I get. So a little bit exaggerated. But based on how I'm beating people that have 250 right now, I just don't see the need to push it when I can be pushing like gear, number one. I'm pushing gear. Just as I preach, I'm practicing what I preach. I'm spending and pushing gear. The one thing that I don't preach to push is Gorilla, because under them bond rating, I'm not pushing. But I'm wondering now for me on what I have left to upgrade, if it's more beneficial for me to push some of the Gorilla, like the special training here for hit points. It's kind of like Deco in that regard. I haven't made up my mind yet on what direction I'm going to go. Gear and skill chips are my 1 and 2, but I just don't see the value right now in pushing this drone level. I'm just not. It's crazy. It's just crazy expensive to try to get these drone parts. And I don't know how everybody is 250. It's pretty impressive that there's so many people. Again, what did I start this stream talking about? How much money this game is pulling in? When you look around, how many people have a 250 drone? It's absolutely wild. It's wild considering the amount of drone parts you need. Like, even the people that I'm facing in here, like, you watch like this person, right? So this person right here. Let's just look at their drone. Look at this, 250. His drone is 250. This Dark Witcher guy. So 250, 250, probably over 250, by the way. I'm exaggerating, over 250. This guy's at 7th right here. He's 250. I know this one's 250. He's 250. He's 250. Like, just to think about how many people are 250 for their drone is wild. I mean, I'm telling you, from a dolphin perspective, I'm telling you, it's wild that people have 250 drone at this clip, that there's that many people. I go back until we find one that's not like this person was 8th, right? What's their drone? Are they 250? Yeah, look, 250. It's crazy. Who's next? Shu. I fought that person. We'll see what they are. Where's Shu? Shu, right here. See what they are. Drone. Oh, 240. Shu better catch up. Only 240. I mean, everybody on the server put him. I mean, listen, 240 is unbelievable. The rate at which that server is going, apparently they'll be 250 in no time. And then you got I know, Small World right here is 250. Let's see Bully. Let's see what Bully is. Bully. What are you? I know. Oh, here we go. $239. So there you go. Like these people are 239, 240. And by the way, I beat this person. Like I'm beating these people are 240, these 240. That's really for like this person is up there, Milk Punter here. Where's his drone at? Nope, he's 212, 219. So I don't know at what point people are pushing on the gas pedal to get to 250, but like that's Whaleville. And everybody's doing it. It's crazy how many 250 drones are out there. It's really, watch your reports of these 3v3s that you're seeing out here. It's crazy how many that we see that are 250. And it's also crazy how many of those that I'm winning and I'm beating even though they're 250. So that's really just changing my whole strategy. So I'm pumping the brakes. I was pumping. Remember I told you I was pumping the brakes on component? All right, so I got over my component world, and I'm going to start doing that. But again, you can't push everything. Even from my perspective, I can't push everything. I got to pick and choose. So gear is number one. And then I want to get these components to level 10. So I'll be pushing components. But yeah, just to tell you, like gear level or drone level is completely on the back burner for stuff. Not going to do it. All right, I thought this was going to be quicker, so I'm just going to go in and we're going to do some upgrades here. I'm going to start working on my third team. One of the things on my third team that I have was my skills. My skills were not up to par, so like I've never worked on them since I started like tank, and I realized pretty soon I'm going to want to start using my tank squad, and I can't keep running around with crap skills. So everybody else is pretty much 30 except for this. So physical damage reduction of your front row units by 26, and I have 376,000 to use. So we're gonna up this to 225 right now. Let's see where Williams is. Williams is behind. Yeah, 28, 20, and 22. Okay, so what do we got here? So boost the defense of the front two units, 49%. Okay. Williams deals damage equal to enemy after every 2 auto attacks, inflicts the enemy's front row hero with the lowest defense. Okay, but that's just attacks. Reduce all damage taken in battle for this hero. Okay, so this is important to me. Let's get that done to 30. And then we're going to get, what was this? Deal physical damage equal to 49% of the attack to one enemy unit after every 2 attacks. Add 1 stack to one front row unit. Okay, so this I gotta upgrade. Let's see if we can bring these up. $30. Sweet. Done. I had enough. Do something. All right, so my skills, I think my skills for all my other tank heroes are pretty darn good. 30 for all Marshall. I was 30 for all Kim, and I'm 30 for maxed out Stetman. So now I pretty much just about maxed out all my tank heroes, which is good because I'm going to start using tank eventually as I turn the page. I'm adding gear now. As I tell you before, like, make sure there's nothing important. I'll make a video of this. I didn't make a video of this. I'm going to, so I hit everybody with this. But make sure you're making this. Like, I've been seeing more people talking to me, saying that since they saw our stream, they've been doing it more. Remember to promote no matter what it is. You know, these, if you're exclusives, promote them to 4.4. Don't just stop at 4 dots. Don't stop at 4 dots. It's a huge mistake. Huge mistake you're making by not taking advantage of moving this to 4.4. All 4. You don't need the mythic necessarily. You're going to take forever to get the mythics, but just make sure before you move on, don't leave that meat on the bone. Go to 4.4. That's maxing out. That will be maxing at that point. Then you can get your mythics whenever you get your mythics. But just make sure you are getting 4.4. So much power difference between 4.0 and 4.4. And most people just move on and they start upgrading their next group or their next heroes or whatever. Like, when you're upgrading and you're trying to get somebody, you have air, and you're trying to get, I don't know, like Diva, and you're putting like your max blueprints on her, and you're like, okay, good, I got her to 4. No, you don't. You want her to 4.4. Not just 4. Too much meat on the bone. Make sure you take advantage of that. Huge, huge thing to make sure you're doing. I can't believe I'm talking to people, how many people aren't doing that. Really, like, and that's why I love, you know, sending these messages and making the videos like that to make sure everybody knows, because that's just like something that everybody should just do. And I think it's just something, like, it's not something you don't know. It's just something you probably overlooked when you're doing it. So please make sure you are doing that. Okay, what do we got? Let me get caught up in the chat. I wasn't paying attention. It's a player that was taken about 43. I earned a meteorite. I want to check them out. Oh, Vader, stop worrying about meteorite. Oh, by the way, I should have told you guys this. I'm going to try a new strategy of meteorite. I don't know if I think I talked about this on the stream last time. I don't remember. So here's my strategy. So meteorite right now is the problem is free to play and low spenders get just absolutely leveled in meteorite, right? It's not fun. So they try the strategy to group together with the people in here where they have like a whale or somebody to protect them, and they try to group as a team. You still get whacked. Everybody out there knows what I'm talking about. If you're free to play low spending, you're still getting whacked, maybe at a lesser rate, but they still take advantage and they know who they are. They can hit you from a far ways away. They don't have to hit you, and they can hit you over and over and over again because you're weaker. They know this. So we know that happens. So what do? A lot of free-to-play low spenders are spreading out over here, hoping nobody notices them. They go out over here and say, leave me alone or whatever. What happens towards the end, though? You're allowed to collect freely for a while. Then as the end comes and people get tired, you waited for you to build up a bunch of stuff. What do? They come and raid you. That's what they do. You know more than I do. That's what happens, right? And then you get ported, and then you're pissed off, whatever. So my strategy, at least to try in this meteorite, is I'm taking between 10 to 15 free-to-play low spenders, and I'm going to line them over here. I'm lining them right here. And then me and maybe Rich, we might take more people. If I get 15, I might take Rich, me and Rich as well. And we'll both stay here. So I'll stay here, and Rich can be here. And then when somebody comes to try to port or hit our low spenders, free to play people, then we'll port them and we'll hit them. I mean, obviously, if a whale comes over, there's little I'm going to be able to do. I'll try to hit them. But I mean, typically, you don't see whales coming over to the corners and stuff like that. They're pretty much fighting in the middle over here with the purples. They're not over here. So my hope is to protect them as long as I can and see how it works. Don't forget, like during the meteorite, I've told the majority of people, what I end up doing is try to I look in here and see who's getting beat on my team, low spend or whatever, and then I port over to that area, and then I attack. And I attack whoever's hitting our free to play low spenders. That's what I spend the majority of a meteorite doing. The problem is, it costs me 50,000 diamonds sometimes to just use the teleports that it takes for me to move around and hit them like 30 times even. It takes me so much diamonds. So my new strategy to try to protect the free-to-play low spenders is to at least do that and line this to see if it works. So that's my that I will try on Friday. We'll have a stream. We'll be doing it live, and that will be what we're trying. So might be boring to watch, to be honest with you. Just gonna be straightforward about it. We're not gonna move around. The hope is that I won't collect as much probably. Like me and Rich know, we won't be collecting a ton for ourselves personally, but I don't care. Like to be meteorite, like we'll collect for the minimum that we need to get our honor points to open our chests. And we can do that from wherever we are. Plus, there's 2 events, so I might only do it for 1 event. And if I need to come back just to open my boxes, I'll do that. It's just a tryout and see. So, I don't know. I would think that let's see. I don't think they dropped the. I don't think they'll drop the dooms until they refresh the game, and they didn't do a refresh. So we might. I was waiting for it. We might not be able to get it live. Might have to wait. And maybe I'll do. I know everybody likes me to do a midday week. I got a bunch of messages thanking me for the midday live. So I have to do another midday live. People liked it. And for me, it's, no biggie to throw one in for folks if it helps you. Yeah, there's no dooms right now. My guess is it needs a refresh to put all the dooms out there to get it. So I don't think we're gonna get it tonight. I don't think it's gonna happen. I was hoping that was the whole point. I was hoping I was gonna be able to do one live and then see what the value of it is, but they won't do it until the refresh. Typically they do the refresh early, but sometimes I guess they do these things later. For it. Okay. I need to be careful this time. I don't know what I need. I have one more exclusive to do. It's Williams, and Williams needs 70. And I'm not doing the exclusive, but I don't know. I need to do 60 more I need to get before I get that. All right. It's off for me. I wish Decorate Your Dreams was tonight. So that is all. Bounty Hunter, I would just say, like, I was going through this and just showing you. Moonstone. Oh boy. Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. So, so far, if you look what I've gotten from Bounty Hunter so far, I've been able to get 22 of these are only level 3 drone components. Only 60 bullets. Really cheap with the bullets, by the way. 44 1-hour speed ups. Now, this is what happens with the Halloween event. So, the Halloween event, and the reason why I've always loved it in the past, is because you get so many speed ups during the Halloween event. I mean, you get days upon days. So I was really looking forward to it with Season 5 coming up because we need so many speed ups. That was where I was like, save your money, because that's where you're going to go. And that's where I was going to be like, boom, this is where we're going to trump it and kill it. But I don't know. Plenty of RSS, by the way. I mean, 234 of these so far. I've been able to snag the purple ones, which is incredible amount of value. Anyway, and then for purchase, for those that know, I've already purchased all the speed ups. These and the components so far is what I've gotten. And now the question is, I'm still deciding. I don't know yet if I'm going to be getting the Valor because I'm trying to move my tech now So I might get Valor. I need I'm at 46% for my aircraft. This is my next thing to get the 100%. Rich open tactical. So we had somebody open tactical, by the way. And and as expected, it's very whaley. To say this big. It is whaletical as I expected, by the way. It's so crazy. Like there's no rush. There's no for all those out there that are thinking about going to tactical, there's no rush. It's going to take people forever. Even the people that are rushing to open it, I guarantee it's taking them forever. It's like 4,000 Valor to move stuff, like, to like get one thing. And, it's just so crazy. The amount of Valor you need to do it. I want to complete my air because I want my second team to be solidified. I'm trying to continuously solidify my second team. So I'm really more focused on my air mastery to 100% than I am worrying about tactical, which once I get there, and I'll complete it slowly at a time. Kind of like my drone, like I'm telling you the drone stuff. It's very whaley. This 250 thing is very whaley. I'll complete it when I complete it. When I get the drone parts, I'll up it. I'll get it, but I'm not in any rush to like dump $6,000 into the game to not have patience. I'll get it when I get it. So it is what it is. Yeah. So Hussein, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get that anytime soon. Speed ups and diamonds can never be enough. Amen, Advances. Amen. Well, I'm not even thinking about tactical. I'm still trying to finish units and hero. Yep. And listen, there's no need to speed up past that either, Advances. There's so much good in that tree, man. So much good in that hero tree. Don't skip it to just complete other stuff. Like, when you got you start looking at things when you get to that level of Valor, non-Valor versus Valor. And then all you do is like right now, even for me right now, I will just collect Valor for the entire week. I won't touch anything until Wednesday. And then once the versus comes, or Tuesday night for me, reset. Once that comes, then I just pump all my Valor at one day to get all my versus points. And then I go back to, like right now, these aircraft masteries are just going to sit here. I won't move these. There's 5 days, 6 days, 4 days. That probably won't get me. I'll probably have to start another one of these before. And that's the other thing. If they run out, restart it. Don't waste your tech days just trying to hold on to a few hundred Valor for, earlier people. Start your Valor. Like, don't let it just sit there and go, I'm going to wait 2 days. I don't want to, because I want to use my Valor on only versus day. Listen, don't waste 2 days. That's 2 days worth of speed ups you're just sitting there wasting. Don't. Start it. Just claim it during your arms race, and then just start it. Just start your new Valor items. And by the way, for those that get impatient, I cannot tell you enough to use your president buffs. Like, you have to stand in this line and use your buffs. And believe me, I know. On this server, we wait forever. That backup, that line gets backed up through the roof. We know. We all get stuck there. But guys, you know what I would say is, sacrifice your arms race and complete it off time. You don't have to do it during arms race if you don't, you know what I mean? Like, do it whenever you can. Because I would rather have you use the buff than have to use it during the arms race. You don't have to win your arms race. I mean, what are we talking about, like, winning your arms race? You'll be able to open your chest without winning your arms race. Like, winning your arms race isn't a deal breaker anyway. It's not that crazy to win your arms race. Like, you getting this one hero weapon or this one deco, you come down here, it's still you get a deco. So, or even if you finish third, fourth, whatever, these are the ones you want to make sure you're opening because you're getting your skill medals. Like, these skill medals are way too much to pass up. You got to get your skill medals from these. So, and your speed ups are just too important for those buffs, for your building buffs, for your tech buffs. You have to use those buffs. And if for some reason, by the way, if you're in a server where somebody is keeping your buffs from you, where it's the number one server, and number one, if they're keeping it from you for not fighting, hey guys, fight. go drop your base in. If you have to work that day, you know what I mean? Like, go to the bathroom and drop your base in the middle of the war and then go back to work. You're going to get ported somewhere, you're going to whatever, but at least you'll be able to show a report that you participated in the war. You're going to be able to send them a report and say, hey, look, I participated. Here's my report of me getting ported when blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Like, if you got to work, I understand. Like, but go to the bathroom and just drop your friggin' base in the mud. Just put it in there and then leave. That's it. Don't use an excuse that you can't do it. The war is usually an hour and a half, 2 hours long. It takes 30 seconds to take your base and drop it in the mud and then leave and not pay attention. Who cares? All your troops are going to get ported. You'll get kicked around, punted, blah, blah, blah. But you know what's more important? You'll get your buffs. You need those buffs. And if you're in a server where people are just being complete, you-know-whats, we'll just say jerks because we don't want to get yelled at by YouTube. Leave the server. Plan on getting the heck out of there. If you can't get to the number one server, if for some reason someone's keeping buffs from you, that is the number one tool that you need to use. You have to get your buffs. So don't accept it. Do not accept not getting buffs. You have to get them. So whatever you need to do until you can migrate away, give in to the server's demands, move into a top alliance, whatever you do, but please don't play this game without the buffs. It's just like I told you, it's crippling to not open your versus boxes. It's crippling to not use those days. All right. Speed up time means even thinking about tactical. I'm still not. You have nearly all the tree finished. They need to add more tech. Yeah, I do. I have everything finished for the most part. I don't. The only thing I don't have done is the squad 3, which I stopped working on. It's garage 3 squads. By the way, I don't know when they changed this. When I first started playing the game, they called this garages. This was garage 1, garage 2, garage 3. I don't know when that changed. I don't know when they started calling it squad. I did not notice. I still call them garages. So, I mean, I guess it makes more sense for them. You understand squad 1, squad 2, but anyway. This will be on the back burner. I don't care about this. And the only thing in truck I haven't completed is this that allows you to hit me more than 3 times, which for the most part, either you can beat me or you can't. I have people that actually fight me 20 times sometimes. They lose 19 and they beat me the 20th. Oh, well. At 18,000 Valor is way too important to me for everything else to complete that silly thing. So I didn't complete that for truck. But I was telling you, like, for non-Valor and Valor, so when you're making the decisions and you get to the point in the game where you're determining non-Valor versus Valor, it's a very important thing. Save your Valor for Tuesdays, and now you're making non-Valor decisions. Non-Valor should really be hero and units. And, this hero is so strong, this tree. Your number one team really needs to be completed. If your hero has anything left in it other than your third squad. So the rule is I will allow you, don't complete your third squad. It's fine. If you're skipping your third squad and just leaving it out there is not done, no problem. No problem, guys. You're okay. It's okay. You're not missing anything out. Don't bother. You're not using it anyway, so your third hero is too expensive for you to sit there and use a crap ton of resources on your third squad in here. Just make your way, whatever minimum you need to do to go down this tree, and you still have to get these 4, which I know that third squad we just talked about is probably missile. I know that. I know. You're going to have to complete the minimum to be able to do these 4, because you know what? It's that freaking important. It is. There's so much strength in here to get these 10% that you have to do that. I know it's expensive. I know it is. But guys, it's just worth it. And when I talk about this, by the way, like I say, the T10s, and I talk about this responsibly, okay? Responsibly. I don't want you to go and complete this and then cripple your entire game where you can't afford to build. You can't afford to do this. You can't afford to do that. We preach patience around here. You gotta have patience. All I'm telling you is target them, put it on your radar, and plan ahead to make sure you're doing them, but just do them responsibly. I don't want you to just be like, all right, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna do anything, but just complete these 4 things. You know, that's kind of like, it's counterproductive. So you'll complete these, and same with this, guys. You don't need to make this 100%. By the way, I'm a nutcase. You don't need to. These do not need to be completed. Your load capacity items, they don't need to be completed. I am going to talk about one thing that I haven't gotten into in tech. I will make a video about this, and that's when we start talking about what about the non-power items. So right now I'm making the power tech. I made our tech 3 video was about power. I'm going to make another one about power. I'm going to make another one about gold to help you with gold. And then I'm going to also help you with non-valor your non-power items. Because listen, it's a conversation we need to talk about. When do you get your trainees? When do you get your speed ups? These are good stuff, by the way. The people that aren't getting these things, they are really good. They're really good stuff. Economy, you're not going to hear me tell you to really push that after you're just getting your base ones. As far as like your gathering speed, yeah, I'm not going to prioritize that for you. I don't really care when you do that. Do that on your own time. They're probably cheap enough that you can chip away at. I'm certainly not going to tell you like, yeah, I'm going to make a video and tell you, hey, don't forget, now is the time to pounce on that gathering speed, guys. Now's where no, you're never going to hear that. I'm never going to make it. It's not going to come in my video. Matter of fact, it'll be exactly what I'm going to tell you right now is going to be in the video, where I'm going to tell you, I don't give a crap. I don't care when you do it. I don't care when you complete it. It just doesn't matter. It's not on the radar. It just doesn't matter to your overall tech picture. Now this matters. So you start talking about hospital capacity. Okay, when do we complete that? Because I told you, go down the middle here, get all your speed ups, get all your thing. I didn't go out of turn. To tell you to complete that. So I told you in order so far of what you should be doing. You should be doing your hero and your units. Yeah, it's more important. There's more important stuff in there right now than just, your hospital capacity is important. You know where your hospital capacity is important to get? Your freaking, your survivors. Let's talk about those survivors. It's so important, those survivors. You want a tip? Don't worry about purple survivors. They're terrible. They're terrible. Get the gold survivors only and save everything to go in the gold survivors and get as many survivor tickets as you possibly can. Early on in this game, by the way, if you're in a new server and you're listening to us, get survivor tickets. Go get them, and in here in your alliance, if you can target them with your contribution medals, they have the survivor ones here, and you're wondering, oh, whatever. I'll tell you what, you're gonna use. Here's something. You have all these Violet and Sarah and Charlotte and Mason shards. If you're using your contribution medals on these, you're gonna use these survivor tickets more than you're going to use these folks. I'm telling you right now, those survivor tickets are freaking gold. They're hard to get, and when you get them, you want to get as many survivors as possible because it helps you in every aspect of your base. Those survivors amplify everything. Everything. Your troops, your drill grounds, your hospital, your speed ups for your building hut, your barracks, your tech, your speed on your tech. They're just so important to everything that you do. And if you're free to play, if you're free to play, they should be there like your gold. It's money. Again, another currency in this game for free to play is survivors. That's a currency for you. Don't worry. People like whales and dolphins, who might not worry as much about survivors as you should be. They should be high up on your list to be like, hey, I'm starting this game. I'm getting these tickets. I'm building my survivor every single week. Survivors. Just telling you. Another thing that I don't think enough people do in here. But anyway, we're going to get into that too in the videos, like where it's important, because right now we're talking about power. And listen, I tell you to preach patience for your T10s. I'm not trying to have you get demolished out there. I don't want you to lose every battle. I'm not trying to do that. And I mean, you're not gonna want to listen to me. You're like, yeah, listen to that guy. You're gonna get beat every single week. Who wants to take a beat? No, the T10s, you just have to do patience because there's more things you can get accomplished in here still. That's why I tell you to wait on T10. This is incredibly valuable. Your morale is going to be enormous boost for you. And also, so like the counter to not doing the T10s right away, because that's your valor again, right? It said we separate the conversation, valor versus non-valor. That's your valor. You're going at the special training slow and patient. Slow and patient. You'll get the T10s eventually. Don't worry about it. It's also a money game that I'm telling you that too, because the RSS to try to do that special training and go down to the bottom is very low when we're also trying to do hero or units. It's very difficult to spend for both of them. It's crippling. So we have to balance and be patient. You're going to get plenty of power this way, I promise you. Because I'm not telling you to like, hey, do everything in a development tree and ignore the units in hero. That's not what I told you to do. I didn't say that. I say just go down this middle. That's all I said. Take a straight line down the middle and make sure you're getting your building speeds, your building research, and your tech speeds. You're getting all this. There's a reason for that. Because we're still got to come and do things that are really long, like hero and units. They take a long time. So the more that you can save money, again, it's game currency. The more you can save by being a free to play doing this stuff. So yeah, I say like get down there, and then okay, now let's start talking about power. Yeah, we're gonna go and do the hero, and we're gonna do units, and we're gonna freaking knock the crap out of it. We're gonna put all of our energy, all of our time into that hero and units, and we're gonna bang it out. Boom, boom, boom. And then when Valor comes, then we'll slowly chip away at Special Forces, because guess what? If you're doing it the way I'm telling you to do, stuff over here isn't as expensive. Stuff over here is not as expensive as when you're getting down, towards the bottom, and you're trying to sit here and do down here. You're trying to do down here at the same time you're trying to do hero and units. My God, you already know. You're crippled. I don't have to tell you. And then people are spending for resources. They're spending money to get resources because you can't do it all. You can't do it all at the same time. It's too much. So you're good that way. Slow down. Kick it slow. All right. Bailey's in the house. Well, when Bailey comes. Yay. Vader, the OG servers got the preseason and it's in there. What? Preseason what? What are you talking about? What, they get the 280? What are you saying? What's in there? What's in there? Or are you talking about the Halloween event? Vader, let me know what you're talking about. Oh, Venom's getting exclusive weapon in season 5? Oh my God. That's freaking wild. Okay, I don't know. That's back to when we first started talking about this, about Venom. That's a whole nother Fiona or Venom then is what we're talking about. We don't know what their exclusive weapon's going to be, so it's impossible to talk about it. We have to see their exclusive weapon, but it completely blows the game wide open. And do I think if I'm going to get an exclusive weapon for Venom, yeah, it could be a game changer because who's to say you wouldn't use that with your tank squad? Who's to say Venom's not going to work with the tank squad? Again, I don't know what the exclusive weapon is, so it's hard to tell. Prioritize targeting 2 front row units, poison them with each dealing energy damage equal to 311%. Poison them. God, it's so lackluster. I gotta see, the exclusive weapon would have to be good, but Venom getting an exclusive weapon could be a game changer. That's kind of wild. Now you got to build 4 exclusive weapons in one season? Jesus Christmas. I'll tell you what, I just did a video and it's out right now. I think we just dropped it. It's a crazy thing, but I'm telling you, like, I've been saving these exclusive weapons and I'm at 1,230 right now. I thought I was on a good pace because what I was trying to do was be able to get Morrison and Fiona to level 20 during the season. and really like do it without even spending. Like you don't even have to spend anything because it's $300 to get them from 1 to level 14. I would be able to get them to level 20 without spending if I could get like 2,000 of the exclusives. But now if there's going to be 4 exclusives in one season, Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know what to do. I know Stetman's going to sit and be on the wayside. Stetman won't be done for me. That would be crazy. But I don't know. Venom, I mean, how do I know? How am I going to know what to do? Venom or Fiona? I don't know. Jeez, that's just wild. Wild to even think about. Well, I'll tell you what, whoever's on new servers, you're all gonna get the heads up on what to do. So at least you'll get the break from it. We'll be able to show you what you should and should not do. That's crazy. What's this? Why are they getting this? They're getting these baby things before us. Like the game should just commit. The game tried to commit to combine our servers. They tried to say, okay, we're just going to do everything together on the same timetable of server 3 through 100 and what are we now? 160. What is it? 132? Yeah, 132, right? So we're gonna do 3 to 132 on the same timetable. But then they're like, we'll still give 3 through 68 like a few hours before you. Like, what kind of game are we playing here? We know eventually you're just like the developers are baby stepping to just put everything together. I'm not sure if like the servers 3 through 68 were like upset because they're used to getting things first. I'll be dead honest with you. I'm not excited about being included with them because, like for example, when we did the migration for season 4, they rolled out some crazy thing that they said only a random 32 servers you're going to be able to migrate to. So that meant that, yeah, there were 64 servers, but they didn't know which 32 they could migrate to. So they were all making plans, the server 3 through 68, they were all making plans like, oh, I'm going to go here, or I'm going to go there. And then all of a sudden the developers hit them with, oh, no, you're not, because that's not an option. That's not part of your 32 grouping. And people got so upset, and there was such a mad pushback on it, that by the time it rolled out to us, which is 69 through 132, they said, okay, you can go to any 64. We won't limit you to 32. So, I don't necessarily like to be the guinea pig. It's not always fun because they do stupid stuff for them. But, I mean, I almost didn't go to 71. I had to make alternate plans. I almost ended up on, I would have ended up on like 96 or 99 server or 80. 80 really wanted. To be honest, I mean, it was going to be hard to say no to 80. 80 was Christian, but I didn't have to come to that because they gave us 64 choices and 71 was a choice, and I ended up there. So just a reason why you don't always want to be the guinea pig, because crazy stuff happens to you that the game tests on you, and not always fun. When should you start siege and defense? Like, should you max special forces hero units first? Well, hero totally. So Bailey, totally different, right? Like you're talking again. You got to separate the conversations. Valor versus non-valor. Okay, so heroes and units you're going to try to do at the same time you're doing your special training. You'll be able to complete most of it, by the way, by the time you get to T10s even. You should. If you're just doing your patience and you're going, I'm telling you, you should be able to take care of a lot of this hero tree, your first and second team, and you should be on this bottom 4. Units, you should be able to take care of a lot of units. You should be skipping over the load capacity ones, only the minimum, and moving your way down. And you should probably be, the bottom 8 is where it starts to go up to 7.5% and 7.5%. So you should at least be on the first 4 of the 7.5% while you are on your special forces down at the bottom. You should be down here at that point, like completing special forces. Then you're probably here, which you'll have to stop doing hero and units if you want to have enough gold and not spend money on those. It's going to be difficult to do everything at once then. And that's, by the way, that's when you start shifting over. If you already have all your power out of your non-valor ones, that's when you can shift over to your non-power items and start using those because you want to balance. You want to balance out. And then to answer your question, like, do you have to complete special forces to do siege? There's a couple things in here. Like, first of all, what I would recommend you do is once you can get to them, you want to just blow through these, get your drill grounds, your fourth drill ground, and your first one that you do automatically, as soon as you can get to defense fortifications here, you immediately do your hospital. That's your first thing you just go to. Stop everything. Don't worry about anything else. You go right to the hospital. Because it's the first thing. You want to build the extra hospital. So I would build the extra hospital, and then I would work my way to get your extra drill grounds. For troops to do that. And I completed everything power. So here we get into power stuff, right? I completed everything power worthy in special forces before I moved to siege and defense outside of my extra drill grounds and my extra hospital. So yeah, these other things I left alone. I didn't do like your speed ups, you'll come back and get those, like your hospital stuff. I came back and got that. I left that alone, but I completed all the power I could get out of special forces. And then I start working on siege and defense. But really, at that point, you're going to be working on your mastery as well. So you're going to want to balance out your siege and your defense with your mastery to complete those. I actually completed. I was working on them together. I had my siege and defense done before I even finished my initial mastery. I did the siege, so you can get. And here's why: because you can get. You don't have to complete it 100%, okay? But you can complete this to about 60% and get all your power items that you need from siege and defense. You can leave some of these things alone. You don't need to do this, right? Your load capacity, you don't need. You don't have to complete your, extra drill grounds you do. You don't have to complete your trainees. You can leave that. You don't have to complete your speed, your general march speed. You can leave those and just complete the minimum and complete most of this to, I don't remember what it is, like 70%, something like that. And then also the defense is the same way. There's a bunch of stuff you can leave that's non-power related. We can always come back and get non-power stuff. But you want your power in your defense, your power in your siege. And you can complete all those things for cheaper than you can finish your mastery. Your mastery is just a crazy amount of valor to finish. So I like to complete my defense and the reason why I did that is because it was my first and second team. My defense and my siege was for 2 teams, not just one. And then my mastery is only for 1 team. So I was working on mastery, but I finished the defense and siege like 68% or whatever it was before I moved on. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps for you. You have to max load capacity. So you got whatever you got to max to get to the next day won't let you. You got to get to it, then max it. I don't remember what the minimums were. I'm just telling you, do the minimums at that point. Do mastery come out in a certain season because they are not out for me? Probably. Yeah, mastery came out early. I think isn't it out season. Season 2. Season 2, I think. Wasn't mastery, once you went to special forces at 80%, it upped mastery? I think that might have been season 2. I know somebody on the stream can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was. Okay, everybody, good enough. I'm not going to hold you guys up. Thank you all for joining. Appreciate you. I'll probably do a midday stream for somebody at some point during the day because I know you guys texted me and liked it. Love you all. Complete you. I just did a new video out there. Hopefully it helps you for people going into the season to remember to get the exclusives. But with that, I will leave you for the evening. Thank you for joining. QB18 out.